Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A Rockford man learns how long he'll spend behind bars for killing a woman in 2018. Jennifer Jones was shot to death in a gas station parking lot.
Plus, the reward grows. For information about the two dogs killed recently in Rockford, one of the owners shares what he knows.
And a nonprofit that helps keep people fed celebrates a milestone. The Northern Illinois Food Bank honors those who paved the way while continuing to plan for the future. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
We have breaking news coming in from McChesney Park.
State line fire departments were called to a manufacturer there. This all happened at Curtis Metal Finishing on Alpine Road, just east of 2nd Street, north of 173. Fire trucks are at the scene right now. Witnesses across the street reported feeling an explosion before firefighters got there. We have no official reports on injuries or what may have caused that blast. When our crew got there, there were no flames or smoke. We'll update you when we get more information.
A teenager is recovering after a shooting in Freeport last night.
Around 10:20, police were called to South Galena Avenue for shots fired. They found a 19-year-old man hurt. He was taken to Freeport Memorial Hospital in stable condition. Police consider this shooting gang-related. They haven't arrested any suspects. If you know anything about the shooting, call the Freeport Police Department or State Line Area Crime Stoppers. The man behind a deadly shooting at a Rockford gas station learns how long he'll spend behind bars. Marquell Longs got 102 years in prison. The 31-year-old was convicted of first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Back in November 2018, police were called to the Citgo gas station on Auburn Street. They found Jennifer Jones shot in the chest. She died at the hospital. A 25-year-old man was also shot. He recovered. Security camera video helped ID Longs as the shooter.
A Rockford man's arrested after a crash leaves a pedestrian badly hurt. Alexander Traylor's charged with aggravated DUI causing great bodily harm. Police say the 71-year-old was under the influence of drugs and alcohol at the time of the crash. This happened yesterday around 11 a.m. on 11th Street near Harrison Avenue. Investigators say Traylor was behind the wheel of an SUV when he crossed into oncoming traffic. He hit a utility pole, a business, the pedestrian, and then a minivan. Traylor reportedly admitted to drinking and taking methadone and OxyContin earlier in the morning. The pedestrian was taken to the hospital in serious condition. We're told both of his legs were broken in the crash.
A Rockford man's arrested after police say he caused a hit-and-run crash. 51-year-old Thomas McCall is charged with failure to stop after an accident involving injury, DUI, and resisting. The accident happened at Winnebago Street and Young Street last night. Police say McCall ditched his car and ran. A short time later, someone waved down an officer on patrol and told the officer about the crash. That officer spotted McCall based on a witness description. Police say McCall ran again. They caught him hiding under a car. Investigators say they found several items linking McCall to the car involved in the hit and run. A woman was hurt in the crash. She was treated at the scene and later got more treatment at a hospital. She is expected to be okay. 3 teenagers are arrested after being caught in a stolen car. Last night, Rockford police saw a vehicle reported stolen out of Bartlett, Illinois, driving near Harrison and South Main Street. The vehicle took off. Police found it a short time later near Kishwaukee and 8th Avenue. 4 teens got out of the car and ran. Officers caught a 15-year-old after a short foot chase. A canine tracked down 2 16-year-olds. The 4th suspect got away. During their investigation, police say they recovered a rifle and ammunition. A 16-year-old boy is charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, criminal trespass to a vehicle, and resisting arrest. The 15-year-old boy faces criminal trespass to a vehicle, resisting, and violation of home confinement charges. Another 16-year-old is charged with criminal trespass to a vehicle and resisting. Last week, we told you about 2 dogs found dead in Rockford, both discovered in black garbage bags. The owner of one of those dogs is no closer to getting answers to what happened.
Our Nicole Delgado talked to him today. And Nicole, is there anything new?
Well, Eric and Mimi, he just tells me that he's still in shock and still doesn't understand why someone would take his dog who was microchipped and then kill her.
I didn't realize this was something that goes on until it happened to me.
David McCoy's 4 dogs got out of his fence last month. One of them, Sasha, was missing for over 4 weeks. So David made multiple social media posts searching for her and got multiple ransom-like messages back. He thought it was a scam.
They were asking like $500 to get my dog back. And another page that seemed like it was a scam page or a fake page, just saying like, I got the dog, I bought the dog, and pay me what I paid for the dog. They made it seem like they bought it from a dog. They even said my dog was on Craigslist.
David hoped Sasha would turn up at the animal shelter.
Somebody would turn her in at the animal shelter, whether she's turned in by somebody or just running loose, and then they pick her up. That's how I felt I was gonna find her. I never thought that I would find her deceased.
Sasha was the second dog found on the west side, not far from Auburn Street. Both were placed in black garbage bags with blue tie strings. An exam determined Sasha had either been stabbed or shot in the head.
She wasn't a mean dog. You know, they say that about pit bulls and bullies, like they're mean. Like Sasha wouldn't hurt nobody. We have good memories of her. It's kind of like one reason why I didn't look in that bag.
David tells me this has made him more protective of his family pets and hopes to find whoever did this so they can start the healing process.
Watch your dogs, cats, any of your animals, please, don't want this to happen to nobody else.
The Winnebago County Animal Services is investigating and can't comment any further at this time. Local groups have pitched in for a reward. It's currently at $5,700 for information leading to an arrest. Eric, Mimi.
Marquell, thanks for that update.
Northern Illinois Food Bank marks a milestone with an inaugural Founders Day event.
The organization is celebrating its 40th year serving the state line community. The food bank's founder, Sister Rosemary Burian, was honored on what would have been her 87th birthday. She's credited with taking the food bank from humble beginnings to where it is today. The organization now works with a network of more than 900 food pantries, soup kitchens, and feeding programs in 13 counties. Administrators say they couldn't have done it without the connections they made along the way.
I look back over the 40 years, not all of the 40 years, but I look back over about close to about the past 20 years, and just to see the growth and the partnerships, the friendships, it's just amazing. You know, when you sit down, if I were to sit down with pen and paper and just write it all out, just all the friendships over the years, there's no way we would have been able to achieve everything that we have.
That was Chris White, the food bank's chief operating officer. He says in the future, the Northern Illinois Food Bank would like to expand to a bigger location with more parking.
Lawmakers say the future of AM radio is in jeopardy.
Coming up, Democrats and Republicans unite to protect it.
And coming up at 6, we take a look at the award given to a Rockford restaurant.
And heading out there this evening should be no issues weather-wise. Still pretty comfortable as our temperatures today made it into the 70s. We've got some 80s coming up next week. In fact, quite a few of them. Find out how long those will last and when the rain moves in, all coming up a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Lawmakers in Congress are worried about the future of AM radio because car companies say they'll no longer have it in their vehicles.
That's why some Democrats and Republicans are introducing legislation to protect AM radio. Basil John explains why they think it's necessary.
Lawmakers say the future of AM radio is in jeopardy after companies like Ford and Tesla announced some of their new models will no longer include AM receivers.
If Elon Musk has enough money to buy Twitter and send rockets to space, he can certainly afford to include AM radio in his Teslas.
Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey says 8 of the 20 companies he recently asked confirmed plans to leave AM out of future electric vehicles.
Automakers may not understand the importance of AM radio, but its benefits are obvious to the 47 million Americans who tune in every week.
Now Markey and New Jersey Democratic Congressman Josh Gottheimer want to pass legislation requiring automakers to keep AM radios as a standard feature.
This is not a question of do people want this listening. It's a question of, again, these companies are trying to save a nickel.
These lawmakers say AM radio needs to stay because the technology is crucial during a disaster.
For news, talk shows, sports, and emergency communications.
The emergency alerting system is actually anchored by AM radio stations.
National Association of Broadcasters President Curtis Leggett says podcasts or web streams are not a good replacement for free AM radio.
Radio, and AM radio in particular, is unique in terms of its presence in local communities, its focus on news and information, its role in times of disaster.
Gottheimer says he is confident this bill will get the support it needs. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
We're still seeing a lot of that haziness in the skies above the state line.
That's going to change soon. Candace shows us we have rain on its way here very soon. She's next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Oh, we've got sunshine out there this evening, and that'll continue here underneath that mostly clear sky, with the exception of the haze and the smoke that we've had the last couple of days, and that may actually continue here going into the weekend. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera here out in the Park Hills Golf Course. This is brought to us by Rockford Career College. You see the flag kind of waving just a little as we've had a breeze kind of kick up from the south over the last couple of hours. We'll maintain that southerly wind as we go through this evening, but we are going to stay quiet. Cold front extending to the northwest of us. That pulls through overnight tonight. That'll increase the cloud cover and bring in a chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms overnight. Not looking at anything severe here for us tonight. Temperatures through that 10 o'clock hour are going to stay fairly mild. In fact, upper 60s for a lot of us. We stay pretty mild through the overnight. After midnight, we'll start to see some showers begin to move in. Could be a couple of showers, maybe a little before that across far northwest Illinois, southwest Wisconsin, but the bulk of this activity actually may not come through until after about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, rainfall, it's not expected to be much. There could be a couple pockets of some heavier rainfall. You've got about a 1/4 of an inch up to a 1/2 inch of rain coming in, and a few isolated rumbles of thunder as well. Most of this will be passing through mid-morning tomorrow, and then our skies will dry out. We will hang on to a little bit of that cloud cover going into the afternoon tomorrow as the wind picks up from the northwest. High pressure then builds in behind that. Temperatures drop into the low 40s tomorrow night. We're right back into the low 70s on Saturday and mid and upper 70s on Sunday. In fact, weekend not only looks great, but that nice dry weather carries over into next week, and temperatures are actually expected to warm even further. Could get into the mid, maybe upper 80s by the time we get towards the middle to end of next week. Upper 70s, that's where we are right now. 75 in Freeport, Rockford, Janesville, 78 in Rochelle, Sterling, and 79 degrees right now in Savannah. Our weather watcher Terry here in Genoa, 75, relative humidity at 50%, southerly wind at 10 miles per hour. Had a pretty smoky, hazy sky out there early this morning. 59, that's where we'll head for the overnight tonight. Dry skies, cloud cover gradually increases overnight tonight. Rain showers move in late. You've got some of that tomorrow morning. Partly sunny sky for the afternoon. A little breezy with that northwesterly wind. Temperatures will be knocked down about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than where we were today. Now, one thing you may notice going into the afternoon tomorrow, a little more smoke. We've had quite a bit of that in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but some of that could actually be brought closer down to the surface with the passage of that cold front tonight. So there is an air quality alert that goes into effect at midnight tonight, and that will run throughout the day tomorrow. This is for southern Wisconsin, in fact, the entire state of Wisconsin. Reason why? Look at the winds in our jet stream pattern. When we look at this, the direction they continue from the northwest going into the weekend. This is where the wildfires are up north in Canada. So as long as we kind of maintain that flow in our jet stream from the northwest, we may continue to see that. And with that cold front passing through tonight, that colder, dense air could actually bring some of that smoke down closer to the surface. So tomorrow it might actually look a little more hazy than what it has been here these last couple of days. And where that air quality alert has been issued, those that are a little more sensitive to that kind of thing could have some problems going into tomorrow. So 71 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. We are drying out, warming up going into next week.
Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports. He'll tell us how Aldine Golf Club pro Chris French did in the opening round of the PGA Championship.
And we'll see if the White Sox could get their first series sweep of the season.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Albany Golf Club pro Chris French has his first round in a major tournament under his belt, and it could have gone a bit better. He shot an 8 over par 78 at the Oak Hill Country Club just outside of Rochester, New York today. He started off bogey on the first 2 holes. He had a triple bogey on the par 4 12th hole, and then 3 straight bogeys later on the back 9. French did not have a birdie. He'll have some work to do tomorrow to make the cut. At the moment, Bryson DeChambeau is the clubhouse leader at 4 under par. The White Sox have gotten their bats going the last couple days and Lance Lynn going. Now they need to get Dylan Cease going. Cease took the mound today for an afternoon game against the Guardians. In the 5th inning, he had a shutout going until rookie Gabriel Arias took him deep, and that tied up the game at 1. It was still that way going into the 7th inning. That's when another Guardians rookie, Brian Rocchio, hit one up the middle. Tim Anderson should have had it. He didn't. Anderson's 4th error of the season, and the Guardians took the lead. Later in the 7th, Cam Gallagher hits one in the hole off Gregory Santos. That led to another run. The Guardians took this one 3-1, preventing a White Sox series sweep. The Sox will host the Royals tomorrow night. And the Cubs have tonight off. They're going to open up a series in Philadelphia tomorrow night with Marcus Stroman pitching in that one. The State Line has another basketball player headed for a Division I program. Hananiga graduate Dominic Camiso has committed to Southeast Louisiana, which competes in the Southland Conference. The 6'9" Camiso graduated from Hananiga last year. As a senior there, he averaged 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. He spent this past season playing in a post-grad school, the Newman School in Boston. In the NBA playoffs, it's the Lakers and Nuggets' turn to take the court tonight. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals will be played in Denver. The Lakers need a win to even up that series at a game apiece. The Nuggets won Tuesday night, 132-126, withstanding a strong Lakers rally. Nikola Jokic had 32 points, 21 rebounds, and 14 assists in that game. At Sports, we'll be right back.
We continue with the hazy sky out there tonight, but our skies right now are dry. You see some showers forming to the northwest of us along a cold front that'll pass through overnight, so we'll see a chance for a rain increase on the First Warn interactive radar. That is always on mystateline.com. Temperatures tonight will stay fairly mild in the upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. Rain will move in after midnight tonight. Stay with us very early tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow right around 69. May notice a little more haze out there tomorrow too, and kind of closer to the surface behind that cold front, especially as we kind of clear things out from some of the cloud cover. Some of that could continue into the weekend, but our temperatures, they will warm into the mid and upper 70s, looking at the 80s next week.
Well, looking good. Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.